Prevention Education Manager at HIValliance. This is Marilyn. She is our education coordinator, and this is Chris. She's our runs our syringe exchange and neck services in Lane County, mainly focused in Eugene. The interesting fact is this was my first meeting, Jude, a year ago, and I went home from that meeting and I went to Amanda and I was like, why aren't we doing more about Hep C? And, you know, she told me the dynamics of it and why we don't do as much. But I think, you know, that passion drove me to encourage people to dual test. Every time we run an HIV test, we encourage everybody to run a Hep C test. And I think that philosophy, we've doubled how many Hep C tests we've run in all of our counties. So a little bit about HIValliance. Not everybody knows what we do, but we provide care for approximately 1,000 people living with HIV in 13 counties, everything from Salem South and over to Klamath County. We have a care program just in Lane County for Hep C, about 75 people enrolled right now. I hope to say someday that we have 1,000 people enrolled in our Hep C and that we have case management in all of our counties that we serve. We provide HIV, Hep C, and STI screening. Both on-site and off-site. We've increased our testing about 50% this year by doing a lot more off-site testing, community colleges and such, educating people about Hep C, not only HIV also. We offer an education program to about 10,000 youths in 3 counties, Marion, Douglas, and Lane counties. And we have an outreach program that reaches about 3,000 high-risk community members on a yearly basis. And we offer syringe exchange in Lane, Douglas, Curry, Josephine County, and we are working on COOs. We hope to see that happen this year. So I'm going to turn it over to Marilyn to talk a little bit about our education program.
So just really quickly, like Dane said, we provide education to 10,000 youth in Lane, Marion, and Douglas County. We also specifically hone in on youth in treatment and corrections, and we make sure when we come into those establishments that we provide not only HIV 101 but also hepatitis C, and have people share their personal stories, often with both. And then we also reach out to various treatment centers and provide both HIV and Hep C testing there. And the cool thing about that is after we go in and deliver those lectures, we link them to our testing services. We often provide testing in-house just to inspire these individuals to get tested after they hear about these conditions. And then this is a little blurb from our students within corrections. I had a student who I felt like was nodding off the entire time, but little did I know he really took it home, and then he actually visited HIValliance, got tested, came back, and then was basically belittling the rest of his peers for not getting tested. So I thought that was super funny and special. We do hepatitis C case management, which is pretty unique. However, we only do this on a part-time basis. Currently, our case manager, Karen Gilbert, and then we will be moving and having another case manager, Leland. And we actually have now about 150 clients, but 75 to 50 of those clients are actually those who are seen on a daily basis by Karen. So she is a very busy person, and she provides them with food cards, gas cards, bus passes, food boxes, and care plans to help them manage their condition.
And like I mentioned, I hope one of these days that we can actually say we have case management in all of our counties, just like our HIV treatment program. Krista, do you want to talk about the syringe exchange? So one of the things we do, and it's a key thing that we do in all of our counties that we do prevention, which are 5 counties. We do Lane, Douglas, Coos, Curry, and Josephine. And like I said, we don't do the syringe exchange yet in Coos, but we provide new injection equipment, including syringes, sharps, containers, tourniquets, cottons. We do about 3,000 individuals in these rural counties and about 7,000 different exchanges occurring in 2017. We do provide information about detox, sexual assault services, safe injection, And we really encourage everybody at the site. We don't offer testing right now at the site because we do an hour and a half on the street in Eugene, except in our outer office in Roseburg. And when we do our outer services, we're providing both the syringe exchange and testing. But we do emphasize on the street that they do come to the office and get HIV and Hep C testing. We provide the overdose prevention. We do naloxone distribution out on the streets, and we also are a trainer provider for the 5 prevention counties, and then also into Jackson County, we partner with Max's mission down there for the naloxone training. And I think that's a key part of that, is doing that naloxone training. We're doing police departments, we're doing community members, and we can communicate the message about syringe exchange and how important it is. And really, when we show one of the slides coming up about our drop boxes and how that helps clean communities, we have Roseburg and in Eugene, and we collect approximately about 83,000. That's 230 syringes a day that are collected in those 2 communities, and that's pretty powerful. You know, we're usually the focus because we do offer syringe exchange, that everybody looks at us as being the provider for the syringes that they're finding. This has minimized the syringes tremendously. We're actually working on 3 more. Well, by the end of this year, we will have 10 boxes just in the Eugene area. Roseburg is actually looking at more boxes. We have 3 in Roseburg, and then we've partnered with the library and providing sharps drops in the libraries. We've worked with a project in both Roseburg and in Eugene where we're working with the homeless program where they put the bathrooms downtown. And in both, we're providing the pickup and the syringe exchange services. But I mean, to me, that's a very powerful message that we can provide to communities that aren't doing syringe pickups, don't have drop boxes, that we offer that collection service when we're on site. We'll go there monthly, every 2 weeks, whatever they need. And that's a powerful thing to get a partnership. The naloxone program, as I mentioned, since the beginning of our naloxone program in January 2016, ORVHCollective has distributed nearly 5,000 naloxone kits. And I think it's powerful that most of those are on the street through Chris and our exchanges in our other counties. And it's really another way to partner with communities and providing that. The training gives you an option to talk about HIV testing, Hep C testing. I've mentioned the syringe exchange, but you have a valid audience, so we talk about all those services and what we do. Since implementation, about 858 of those were refilled. 37% were actually used to reverse an overdose. We go to our police trainings, we show them what our injection kits look like so they don't confiscate them. That's one of the key things that our information indicates, is that they're confiscated. So if the police know what they are and that they save as many lives, if not more, than what their kits do. We actually implemented the fentanyl test strips in Douglas County first, and then we implemented them in Lane County, and it has been pretty successful. That a lot of our own Lane County, because of the 60 overdose in a weekend, that really, you could see the fear in their eye, and they needed something to know that they were safely injecting. And Chris has really been powerful about implementing those kits. You know, the data's coming, it's been harder, it's kind of an obstacle getting the data, but we are getting that. One more. So this is a little bit about our service areas. And Eugene, we offer testing and NEX. We do it in the office twice a week, and we do it off-site 3 days a week, one in Springfield, which we've included right below that, and 2 nights a week we go out in Eugene. Cottage Grove, that was implemented this last year, and we're doing both testing and NEX. It's part of our Oregon Hopes project. Florence, we just started that this year, and we started testing, and we're hoping to implement the NEX services here within about the next 6 months. Roseburg has been one of our existing services as our other core office, and we offer testing and NEX services. Brookings, we offer testing and NEX services. Cave Junction, that's brand new this year. So we've expanded tremendously on offering testing services and syringe exchange to multiple rural areas. Grants Pass, testing and next. And then Coos Bay, which we implemented this year also. We just implemented the testing. We are working. Communities need to be ready for the syringe part. And we're working diligently with that community, trying to get them ready and to take the next step. You'll see in red, we're actually implementing Gold Beach in January, and that will have both testing and syringe services. And Glendale on the back end. So we're trying to do like back-to-back services. That's another rural community in southern Douglas County. And so when we go down to Cave Junction, we'll stop back on Glendale. And we hope that by mid-year, that we'll be doing a back-to-back service with Cave Junction and Glendale. As I mentioned, Florence and Coos Bay are our next opportunities for the next services. And that's pretty much it. We appreciate your time today. We just wanted to talk about, the powerful things that we're doing in Eugene and our 5 rural counties that we serve.
Thank you.